or the ability to really catch up to fights. So displacement can be super strong against Xayah from her doing damage in fights. Where she really struggles is staying in them. And despite the look at the, it was good. It felt like every Call of Duty campaign put together.
That's an insult. Well, that's going to be a flash knock up here coming through from Kuro's still going low. One more hit would do it. He's got the ultimate, the Void Rush. Takes him down, first blood over.
Now, look at the builds from Afreeca. Marin, Rod of Ages. Kuro, Rod of Ages tier. That's where it takes
damage.
Some sick damage.
Now they're coming through. Getting ready to join in. Doesn't have the tunnel to make it over the wall, but might not even need it. His spirit goes very low, and the final Mantra Q will take him down. Kuzan now with the tether. They won't be able to get in on top.
Coming in, Marin style.
Yeah, Marin wrapping around the backside. Kuzan here. Body slams forward. Not going to find Kuzan. Pins him into the wall, and Spirit does land that Sonic Wave to go in for the Resonating Strike. Kuzan going low. Can he get a shield onto himself in time? Looks like it's still not going to be enough, as he will fall. Afreeca Freecs finally put a kill on the board. Won't be able to do so as the Chain of Corruption does come out from Teddy, locking them in.
Kuzan used to stand aside or the W and gave the snare over to Marin.
Oh yeah, that's going to be the explosive cast. Just pinned into the wall, even with the slicing maelstrom. The stun's not going to be enough. Kramer with the second kill on the board now for Afreeca. One for him, one for Spirit.
Was the fight that Afreeca wanted? Only one kill, but then turns to the Mountain Drake.
Oh, that was damn close by Kuzan. Doesn't come up with the steal.
Spirit didn't want the minimum from what was a
there you go,
great situation for them. They will get this inner turret. But they're looking for a game breaker, and they don't get that in that scenario.
Pushing forward, looking for Kramer. Snowflower right in on top, and headbutts him back in. Pulverize coming through. And that's just going to be the first one going down. Teddy, as the goal gets picked up here for Kuro. Dangerously low. A couple more shots from the Baron would take him out. He has to hightail it. Now Afreeca, they're just going to go ahead and start this one up. Snowflower, I mean, had the engage, had Kramer. What you would have thought would be dead to rights, but just could not find the lethal damage, and now it's going to be Baron going over to Afreeca Freecs.
And they thought they had the pick, but the rest of Afreeca was there looking for another pick. Speaking of, onto Kuzan. No ultimate for Marin.
Cast, so it seems like he might be able to walk out of this one with his life. Spirit goes forward, helps take down Snowflower. Another kill over to Afreeca. And it looks like they'll be able to catch him.
Yep, he even hit the ult. Very nice, bro.
All right, it's just going to be the solo kill.
Uses cleanse, just a party cleanse there.
Had a forward turret, so they tied that up. And now they're looking for an Elder Dragon, so two buffs, not the greatest, but Cloud and Mountain going to be amplified.
I like to feel like Afreeca Freecs will always play at minimum a certain percentage of a perfect game. So far they've had 2 true perfect games, but there's always little passages of plays, especially in Killable in this game. With the Gargoyle Stone Plate, he doesn't give a care in the world.
Iksu, we'll see how far the Lightning Rush can take him this time. Will juke out, not get popped up by that Glacial Fissure, but he'll still die. Kramer just does all the damage.
That was
Jin Air looking for maybe a pick out of the jungle, or maybe they're all just clumping up to get bodied by the Afreeca Freecs. They leap forward, get the slow in on to Teddy, looking for those concussive blows. It's knocked back up the lane a little bit there by the explosive cask as Spirit goes forward, looking for Snowflower. He's just going to take it out. Kramer yet again finding the kill. Delayed double for him. Turret will be broken. Inhibitor now exposed. Afreeca can just do whatever the hell they want in the base of Jin Air at the moment.
Force their way, as you say, to their first inhibitor of the game, feeling like maybe they can be the ones to pick up the Baron with the lower health bars from Afreeca.
Well, MT, he's walking in, he's just going to be face checking, and well, he's going to die as Kuro finds the kill, so no more Smite. TP coming through from Iksu as he tries to join in the fight. The Slicing Maelstrom is not available. Petrifying Gaze connects onto him. He'll get popped back by minimal capitalization here from the side of Jin Air. They will be sticking around trying to kill this, though.
Kuro's still able to walk up and wave clear.
Well, Snowflower yet again going in. 3-man Pulverize does come through, but Kuro's still alive. Kites his way back in underneath the turret. Now they're trying to turn this thing around. Teddy going low, jumps over the wall. Spirit on his heels, pops the concussive blows, kicks him back in, and is just looking to deliver him into the rest of the squad for the kill, and Kuro will be able to snatch that one up. Kuzan, the only remaining...
He's back alive, so maybe the game won't end on this push, but you know, it's like it's kind of been on that wind-up for about the last 5 minutes or so. Second inhibitor crashed down by Afreeca Freecs. Still 35 seconds for Teddy. So maybe they'll try and close it right now.
Seems like that might be the case here as Kramer is still full HP. MT going forward, looking for the hit, but the Petrifying Gaze locks him up yet again. Straight into concussive blows. And Kramer finds another kill for himself on this side, and now 12-2. The overall scoreboard, not sure how many of these are his, but you have to imagine it's a damn lot of them. Second Nexus turret getting ready to go down. Snowflower going forward with the Feather Storm from Kramer, jukes it out, keeps himself up into the air. As he tries to finish off the Nexus, he will die in the end, but a couple more hits do take it down. And Afreeca Freecs, after being behind for the majority of the early into the mid game, turn things around, and Jin Air, there's a question of what's next. They ran out of ideas, and Afreeca, they took the helm.
If there was a subtitle for this game, it will be Outscale the Game. Coming through from Afreeca Freecs, very clean. Went for so many stacking items, anyone, an analyst from Season 3 could be transported into this game and know what was going to happen, and yet Jin Air seemed dumbfounded when they got in a very decent spot in the early game, did what they needed to do, and then kind of just fell apart, didn't take any more advantage. The Rod of Ages power spike, the Ceres Embrace power spike, everything happened on the side of the Afreeca Freecs, and then the better team fighting comp work with the item scalings. So surprising, Achilles.
I just imagine D-Man casting this and just, screaming, "I do not believe this."
I think he would have very much believed this.
Yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward there.
He would have held his discipline.
Maybe you would say,
To see him nodding his head, so they lock it in, and Ixu will be running on the Kled that he had started off with a very long losing streak on. Picked up 2 victories this season, so Kled shaping up better.
So he'll just go back into the jungle. Go hunting. Now going to spot him out. He's rather low. Sonic Wave comes in. Resonating Strike, and just one more auto attack. While knocked up, Spirit comes up with first blood. Don't always see it rushed on Caitlyn, which is like the one. Snowflower, though, pushing forward. Ash Arrow straight into that. Glacial Fissure will take him down. Now the spot of bother. Dives in, looking for the ultimate onto Kramer, just really to get himself out of there. He's the one that has to back off.
A couple of summoners down, so at least something, but you're right. And launch it in mid lane. How much of this mid lane turret can they get? They don't have Marin there.
They can't
Teleport
really push
coming
up
in.
For this one. Yeah, Ixu coming around the backside, throws out the charge, hops in straight in onto Kuro, pulls him back in as he goes low. Shield helping to keep him alive now. Tucson with a turnaround. Does land that Glacial Fissure, popping them up, but he'll get Petrifying Gazed on. He'll go down. They turn in, find Spirit as well. One answering kill coming out from Kuro and Kramer as they take down Rift Herald does go ahead and claim the turret. 2 for 1, and okay.
All right, Ixu. He's feeling better about himself. He's got Skull again, but for how long?
Charges forward here. Equalizer getting a bit of damage in it. He's about to get dismounted as Spirit does arrive. Tempest will take him off as he tries to run away, but Spirit has a Resonating Strike, takes him out, and Kuro is on the backside.
They invest enough members. Turret's already low. There should be another turret, but the teleport.
Yeah, TP coming in from behind as Ixu looks to join in the fight.
They know you're there, by the way.
Maybe the 4-4. He's still sitting in there, waiting for Kuzan to collapse in a bit closer. Charge comes through, locks in onto Kramer, who will flash away, but the bear trap on the rope there pulls it back in. Meanwhile, on the front side of the fight, that's going to be Snowflower going down as Kuro finds the first kill. Big equalizer thrown in straight on top of Jin Air. 2 kills picked up. Lunging forward with the Void Rush, not going to be able to come up with anything at all. Double kill goes over to Kramer, and now Jin Air complete.
Them showing great understanding of their champions in the same engagement. And the 2 of them, the equalizer and also Marin just taking out Snowflower at the start of the fight. They'll be able to turn on to Baron. They open up a gold lead, and Afreeca Freecs, that 2-0 may not just be a blip in the memory. There might actually be 2 for them in 3 matches, because if there is happening, because he's the only one that really provides any. But also try and engage, which clearly they're opening up
for. Big gravity field comes out, locks into his Kuzan, already goes low, and he might not even get the chance to kite out of here. Equalizer thrown down yet again, perfect positioning from Marin, and they will just sweep over Jin Air.
Jin Air decides to have a party in the Chaos Storm for some reason. Equalizer also. It was a long party, it turns out.
No,
everyone
Teddy
burns alive.
Box comes down, not going to do a damn thing. He goes down as Spirit finds the kill. Snowflower will be chased in, and honestly, I mean, it's very short death timers, but could this just be the end of the game? They have the Baron-empowered minions
Yeah,
here.
they have the Baron buff for over 50% duration. I think the game's just over, Achilles.
Good lord. Well, just in a matter of minutes, Afreeca Freecs turn everything around. Marin starting to tank things up just to get this going. First one to spawn will be in 4 seconds, but you have to expect that he can't do a damn thing about this one. 27 minutes just about on the clock. Afreeca Freecs, after a turnaround victory in Game 1, just completely stomp out Jin Air from one fight.
Yep, I mean, there was two. The last one kind of accelerated the game. It seemed like you were already
that
there.
was when the stomping began.
Definitely. The second fight where Kuro just said, okay, I'm standing to attention, put down the gravity field, put on the Chaos Storm. 4 people took about 5 ticks of it.
They just walked into it all.
They were having a party, Achilles, so like, this is cool, I guess. Then the Equalizer was there when they tried to leave the party. You know? And then the game was over. The game turned very, very quickly over this particular game. To me, the MVP probably has to be Kuro, who, you know, played Victor as he often does, and it was a return to Rock's Victor, so that's a good time for Afreeca Freecs.
Good job overall there.
Didn't look to pull it to the late game, just pulled the trigger, and it was the wrong trigger. It was a self-inflicted ending of the game at 26 minutes, you'd have to say. They could